Some of the most groundbreaking moments in league history were sparked by players who didn't grow up in Chicago, LA or New York, but in Tokyo, in Manila, in Shanghai. Only 0.2% of NBA players have been Asian, but their impact has been felt by billions. These aren't just athletes, they're barrier breakers, underdogs, global icons, and in some cases, cultural revolutions in a pair of sneakers. These players had battles they had to win before they ever stepped on the hardwood. Guys that had to break through a different kind of ceiling. Against all odds, cultural, physical, even geopolitical, there are a select few players from Asia who not only made it to the NBA, but left their mark and continue to do so. From a 7'6" titan who changed the business of basketball, to a Harvard grad who lit up Madison Square Garden and took down Kobe Bryant, to a new wave of stars rewriting what it means to be Asian in today's NBA. These are the top 6 Asian players in NBA history, plus some worthy honorable mentions and a glimpse at the next great Asian NBA star you'll want to keep an eye on.
Nobody stopping Jeremy Lin on that play. Puts it up, lines it in. Sensational play from Jeremy Lin. And it's another basketball. Beat it, doesn't. Jordan Clarkson, the second Clarkson and one. Yao Ming working on Wallace again. Takes it inside. Oh, baby.
Coming in at number 6, we've got a player who may not have the flashiest highlights, but ask any coach, any teammate or any scout and they'll tell you the same thing. Kyle Anderson is the glue guy every team needs. Drafted 30th overall by the San Antonio Spurs in 2014, Anderson has quietly built an 11-year and counting NBA career defined by elite basketball IQ, quiet versatility, and unselfish play. He's not your typical scorer, but he does everything else right. Handle the ball? Check. Guard multiple positions? Absolutely. Move the offense without needing touches? That's literally his superpower. His best season came with the Memphis Grizzlies in 2020-2021, where he averaged 12.4 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. And now with the Utah Jazz ready to embark on his 12th NBA campaign, Anderson continues to impact winning without ever demanding the spotlight. What many people forget is that Kyle is one of Chinese heritage. His maternal grandmother is Chinese, and in 2018, he even received a Chinese passport representing China internationally. He may not light up the scoreboard, but Kyle Anderson's presence on the list is a nod to the intangibles, the subtle brilliance only real hoop heads can appreciate. At number 5, we have Rui Hachimura, the first Japanese-born player ever taken in the NBA lottery. Selected 9th overall in the 2019 NBA draft by the Washington Wizards, Hachimura came into the league with a ton of hype and he didn't disappoint. He averaged 13 points and 5 rebounds over his 4 seasons in DC, showing flashes of a polished mid-range game and a willingness to defend on the other end. But his game really started to blossom once he was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now playing alongside LeBron James and Luka Doncic, Rui has elevated his profile and expanded his role. He's no longer just a rotation piece. He's become a legitimate two-way forward, capable of guarding wings and stretching the floor offensively. He's still just 27 years old, and he hasn't even hit his prime yet. Whether it's on the court or inspiring an entire generation of Japanese basketball fans, Rui Hachimura is proof that Asian players can not only make it to the league, they can thrive in it. Number 4 goes to the ultimate bucket getter off the bench, Filipino-American Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson entered the league as a second-round pick in 2014, but he didn't stay under the radar for long. He made a name for himself as a high-octane scorer early in his career with the Lakers and fully blossomed in Utah, where he won the 2021 NBA Sixth Man of the Year award. That season, he averaged 18.4 points per game while giving the Jazz a reliable offensive spark every night. Fast forward to the 22-23 season, and he took his game even further, posting career highs in points at 20.8 and assists at 4.4 per game. Clarkson's bag is deep, floaters, step backs, off the dribble threes, and his confidence is even deeper, sometimes to a fault. He's not just a solid Asian player, he's one of the best bench scorers of the last decade, period. Now, with the New York Knicks, Clarkson brings instant offense and veteran savvy to a playoff-hungry squad. His journey is a testament to persistence, grit, and the global reach of Filipino basketball culture. Number 3 may not be a name you're familiar with, but you should be. Wataru Misaka doesn't appear in highlight reels and his stats won't blow you away. But what holds is one of the most significant records in NBA history. He was the first player of Asian descent to play in the league, suiting up for the New York Knicks way back in 1947, just 2 years after the end of World War II. That context matters. At a time when Japanese Americans were still facing heavy discrimination, Wat Misaka stepped onto an NBA court and broke a barrier that most people didn't even realize was there. He only played 3 games, but his impact was far greater than the box score. Misaka's courage paved the way for every other name on this list. Wat Misaka wasn't just a player, he was a pioneer, and for that, he earned a rightful place in NBA history. At number 2, we have the man who set the world on fire for 2 unforgettable weeks in 2012, Jeremy Lin. Linsanity wasn't just a viral moment, it was a global phenomenon. An undrafted Harvard grad who had been waived multiple times, Lin exploded onto the scene with the New York Knicks, averaging 24.6 points and 9.2 assists over a 10-game stretch that included game winners, poster dunks, and national headlines. Let's not forget, he outdueled Kobe Bryant, hit a buzzer beater in Toronto, and dropped 38 on the Lakers, all in the span of about 2 weeks. His overall NBA career spanned 9 seasons, with averages of 11.6 points and 4.3 assists. He had solid stints in Houston, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Charlotte, and even won an NBA championship with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. But what makes Lin special isn't just what he did, it's who he did it for. He became a symbol for underdogs everywhere, and more importantly, he shattered stereotypes about Asian players, especially guards, being too soft or too unathletic for the NBA. Jeremy Lin didn't just belong in the league, for a brief but magical moment, he owned it. And now, number 1. No surprises here, Yao Ming is without a doubt the greatest Asian player in NBA history. At 7'6", Yao was a global superstar before he even played a game in the league. But once he got there, he proved he wasn't just hype. In just 9 seasons, all with the Houston Rockets, Yao averaged 19 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game, making 8 All-Star teams and earning 5 All-NBA selections. He was dominant. Soft touch around the rim, fadeaway jumpers, rim protection, incredible court vision for a big. He wasn't just tall, he was skilled. But Yao's true impact goes beyond stats. He built a bridge between China and the NBA that still stands today. His presence helped the league grow into a $500 million business in China alone, and to this day, the Rockets are one of the most popular teams across Asia because of Yao. After retiring, Yao became the president of the Chinese Basketball Association and was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2016. He wasn't just the best Asian player ever, he was a global ambassador for the game. And even with the list, let's not forget about the trailblazers and legends who didn't make the top 6 but still deserve recognition. Tom Meschery, born in China, he played 10 strong seasons and made the 1963 NBA All-Star team. Both his Warriors jersey number 14 and college jersey at St. Mary's number 31 were retired. Mengeke Batia, part of the 2003 NBA champion San Antonio Spurs, one of the first Chinese bigs to play meaningful NBA minutes. Raymond Townsend, the first full-blooded Filipino to play in the NBA. He had 3 seasons in the league and a notable college and international career. Yuta Tabuse, at just 5'9", he became the first Japanese-born player to appear in an NBA game with the Phoenix Suns in 2004. Yuki Kawamura, standing just 5'8", Kawamura recently signed a 2-way deal with the Chicago Bulls after impressing in the Summer League. Hai Seung-jin, the only South Korean to ever play in the NBA. Standing at 7'2", he played for the Blazers from 2004 to 2006. Seo Yongsi, a promising 22-year-old playing in the G League under the Brooklyn Nets system. Keep an eye on him in the future. Zhao Kui, a talented Chinese center who played for the Rockets but struggled to get consistent minutes. Sun Yu won an NBA championship with the Lakers in 2009, though he didn't play much. And lastly, Yuta Watanabe played for multiple NBA teams and at one point led the entire league in three-point percentage. He recently returned to Japan in his prime, but was a fan favorite and a productive two-way wing. And of course, Yang Hansen, the newest name to watch. Drafted 16th overall by the Portland Trail Blazers in the 2025 NBA Draft. Hansen has been dubbed the Asian Nikola Jokic. At Summer League, he showed his playmaking vision and versatility as a big man. The future, it's extremely bright. From pioneers like Wataru Misaka, to superstars like Yao Ming, to new age role players and scorers like Clarkson, Hachimura and Anderson, the influence of Asian players on the NBA has only grown stronger. The NBA isn't just an American league anymore, it's a global one, and Asia is playing a bigger part in its story every year. As basketball continues to rise across the region, don't be surprised if one day the next NBA All-Star or even MVP comes from Tokyo, Manila, Seoul or Shanghai. This is just the beginning, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. My name is Damian Peters, and I'll see you in the next one.